Bernie Madoff was born in New York City in 1938, and from a young age, he showed an aptitude for numbers. He started his own investment firm, Bernie L. Madoff Investment Firm, Bernie L. Madoff Investment Securities, in 1960, and it quickly became one of the largest market makers in the country. Madoff's reputation for integrity and success made him one of the most trusted names on Wall Street. But beneath the veneer of success, Madoff was running a massive Ponzi scheme, defrauding thousands of investors of billions of dollars. Madoff's scheme was simple yet brilliant. He promised investors consistent returns that were too good to be true and lured them in with his reputation and connections. He used the money from new investors to pay off the returns he owed to the older investors, creating the illusion of a profitable investment. Madoff's Ponzi scheme went undetected for decades, as he used his influence and connections to keep regulators and investigators at bay. But in 2008, the global financial crisis caught up with Madoff and his scheme began to unravel. In December of that year, Madoff was arrested by the FBI and charged with securities fraud. In March of 2009, he pleaded guilty to 11 federal felonies and was sentenced to 150 years in federal prison. The extent of Madoff's crimes was staggering. He had defrauded thousands of people, including charities, pension funds, and wealthy individuals, of more than $65 billion. The damage he caused was far-reaching and devastating, with many of his victims losing their life-saving. But it wasn't just the monetary losses that hurt, it was also the betrayal of trust. Many of Madoff's victims had known him for years and believed him to be a trusted and reputable investment advisor. But in reality, he was a master of deception who had conned them out of their hard-earned money. It's important to examine how Madoff was able to deceive so many people for so long. He used his reputation and connections to create an aura of trust and legitimacy around himself and his investment firm. He was a well-known figure in financial circles, and many people saw him as a trusted expert. But in reality, he was using his influence to cover up his fraudulent activities and keep regulators and investigators at bay. Another factor that contributed to Madoff's success was the lack of transparency in his investment operations. He kept his methods and returns shrouded in secrecy, making it difficult for investors to verify the legitimacy of his investments. He also used his extensive network of contacts and relationships to create the illusion of a large and successful investment operation, which further perpetuated his fraud. Madoff's deception was made possible by a complex web of relationships, secrets, and lies. He had a network of accomplices who helped him carry out his scheme, including family members and close associates. Some of these accomplices were aware of the fraud and participated in it, while others were simply ignorant of the truth. Despite the involvement of others, Madoff was the mastermind behind the scheme, and he alone was responsible for the harm caused to thousands of people. The fall of Bernie Madoff had a profound impact on the world of finance. It exposed the dangers of financial fraud and the need for greater transparency and accountability in the investment industry. In the wake of Madoff's arrest, regulators and lawmakers enacted a series of reforms aimed at preventing similar financial scandals from occurring in the future. These reforms included increased oversight of investment firms, greater transparency in financial reporting, and enhanced enforcement of securities laws. But despite these reforms, financial fraud continues to be a serious problem. In conclusion, Bernie Madoff's life and crimes serve as a cautionary tale of the dangers of financial fraud. He used his reputation, connections, and secrecy to deceive thousands of people, causing widespread harm and devastation. But in the end, his scheme was uncovered and he was brought to justice. Today, Madoff is serving a 150-year sentence in federal prison, and his legacy serves as a reminder of the importance of vigilance and caution when it comes to investing our hard-earned money. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and comment with any ideas for future videos.